Hi, I'm here to demystify one of the most essential aspects of financial analysis, the statement of cash flows. Whether you're a student preparing for ICAN or any other case study exams, or a finance professional looking to apply these skills in real life scenarios, this video is crafted just for you. The statement of cash flow isn't just the third financial statement. It's a powerful tool to decode how well a business manages its finances, from daily operations to board level decisions. Get ready to explore one, how to evaluate operational cash flow success. Two, insight into working capital and liquidity management. And three, strategic decisions on investments, dividend, and long-term financing. By the end of this session, you will not only ace your exams, but also gain practical skills to apply in your workplace. So grab your notepad and let's dive into the financial heartbeat of any business: cash flow. Let's take a deep dive as I share the document quickly, as is our custom. I've got mini-me now. As usual, I believe you can see the document. Let's share and let's speak to this. In completing the detailed analysis of the financial statements, an analysis of the statement of cash flow provides an opportunity to access the business cash flow as opposed to profits or losses. We're also reviewing all aspects of financial operations. So in your detailed analysis, the cash flow statement is the crux of the matter. Cash flow analysis provides an opportunity to assess the business cash flow as against the profit, the losses, the position statements, asset, liabilities, and capital structure. This is critical. It's important to understand that although the statement of cash flow combines information from the income statement and the position statement, it is not simply the third financial statement. Instead, it might be considered as the actual starting point in the financial statement analysis of a business. This is very, very true. Overall, what the financial or the statement of cash flows tells you is how the business is being managed in financial terms at all levels. So looking at operations, investment, financing, that is the three core aspects of a business. So that is actually the beginning: operations, investment, and financing. So three core components of a business's heartbeat. Each line on the statement is significant in providing information about financial activities and the quality of financial management of a business at different levels, from credit control, cash generated from accounts receivables, to board level decisions, purchase of non-current assets, payment of dividend. These are critical, and you don't find these components in the income statement or the statement of financial position. The main questions to be considered and answered very critically include: how successful is the business in generating cash from its operations? Very important. Revenue, cost of sales, gross profit, organic income from the ordinary cost of business. Has the business been successful? You should be able to answer this in your statement of cash flow analysis. This starts from analyzing the operating profit after adding back non-cash items, depreciation, amortization. Is the working capital being managed in line with the increase or decrease in business activities? So the cash flow from operating activities would reveal this in the working capital management structure of the business. So is cash being soaked up by unmanaged receivables or inventories? Cash flow will reveal this also. Vital question. Are accounts payables being managed effectively and responsibly? Link back to your ratio calculations for receivables for payables period, payables turnover, receivables turnover, inventory turnover period, inventory holding period. So with these ratios, you'll be able to answer the questions on the cash flow statements. Are accounts payables being managed and are suppliers being paid timely? Is the business earning an appropriate return on its investment? Is it paying out significant sums on the servicing of finance, especially external debts, looking at interest expenses? This is very important. What has been the cash flow impact of payments for taxation? Are the payments consistent with the liability? Key question on the amounts attributable to the government. What is the company policy on capital and financial investment? Is there any appropriate non-current asset replacement policy? Is it being properly funded by long-term funding, equity or loans? Or looking at the quadrant analysis, is it being funded by current assets? These are critical questions you should be able to answer in your statement of cash flow analysis. Is the policy on dividend appropriate? Can the business afford the payments declared from profits as dividends? What is the company's long-term financial strategy? Or is it appropriate for the business? Is the strategy appropriate for the business? Do they even have a strategy in the first place? These are pertinent questions you should ask. Is the company making best use of liquid resources, current assets? Are they investing excesses and using what is appropriate for the business? Are they insolvent? Are they able to meet current obligations? What is happening to the cash balances in the business? Are the balances fluctuating or undulating? How much is being held? How much is being spent? Pertinent questions. The above list will enable structured analysis of the components line by line. So the cash flow statement, as well as the change from the opening to the closing cash balance, is key. Candidates should understand that it is not possible to predict the case study examination and what the actual analysis might be that you are required to undertake, or in what detail. So you must prepare yourself accordingly. This list of questions are not all encompassing, but when you take different financial statements and the cash flow statements of companies, you'll be able to broaden the question, looking at different industries and sectors, and you have mastered the skill because different industries have been looked at and analyzed and interpreted by you. So in the case study examinations or in the office with practical scenarios, looking at clients' financial statements presented to you, you'll be able to make informed decisions from the experience and analysis of previous financial statements we've analyzed, especially the cash flow statements. So candidates must always remember that it is a sign of good professional or of a good professional to communicate clearly to the client. So communication is a skill that must be developed. As chartered accountants, we should be able to communicate in words and in writing effectively for our audience, our clients, to understand financial and non-financial information, especially where it has numbers, the statement of cash flow, and most of the time you may be dealing with clients or stakeholders that don't have financial knowledge. The ability to communicate comprehensively this information to them is a key skill we must employ and deploy. Numerical analysis alone is not sufficient. Very important. You must demonstrate that you understand what the financial story is all about. All the components of the main financial statements are telling, and the story behind them, you should be able to explain it graphically to your clients and stakeholders. Be prepared to examine and explain that story or financial story in whatever way might be requested. So in the case study exams, you have two requirements, and you are required to explain in clear terms what the client wants. So stick to those requests and address them very, very well. This is very, very important. Thank you for watching, and that's your blueprint for cash flow mastery. Now that we've broken down the statement of cash flows, you have the tools to not only pass your exams, but also to make informed strategic decisions in your professional career. Remember, it's not just about analyzing numbers. It's about uncovering the financial story behind the numbers. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips and tricks to excel in your exams and career.